What's going on? What's going on? Wait, that ain't right. I can't do that. That's just not even correct. How's everybody doing? And welcome to the Tweedle D Show. Tonight, I have a very awesome guest, good friend, and I'm just not going to waste any words. I'm going to go ahead and bring him on. Welcome, We Ride, West Virginia. How's it going, buddy?
How's it going? How you been?
I'm all right. So was that the Hell's on Two Wheels and Miss Hellbelly you was trying to keep up with there?
Yeah, I think about 5 miles was all I could keep up with him.
So did you check out his video last night?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Oh, you got to check it out. It's good. He got a lot of really good footage. Half of it I didn't even know they was recording.
I did see on Instagram that you didn't keep up with him for 5 feet.
That's according to him. You know that footage. I actually
Video evidence.
passed them twice, but one of them we're not going to talk about. The other though we will. I blew past them and didn't know where I was going, so I let out. Yeah. The other one though, we're just not going to talk. We ain't going to talk about that. So I want to take this second to give some shout outs real quick. Bent Rim, thanks for coming. HD Traveler, Ray's Moto Life. Hey, We Ride West Virginia is in the side chat too. Frogzilla, DDK. Who else we got here? Just GQ. How you doing, buddy? Hell's on Two Wheels is here. Fat Glide's here. When Road Therapy's here. Of course, my man Gliding on Twos is here. And yes, I almost had to pay you royalties. I didn't get that last one out. So, for everybody that doesn't know who We Ride West Virginia is, obviously it's in his name. He's in Virginia. But he's also got more than just a YouTube channel. He also has his own shop. So how is your shop doing these days? You getting busy with winter or?
No, it's slowed down a lot since winter.
Did it really?
Oh yeah. I've had maybe 2 bikes in the last couple weeks.
I figured people would have brought them in for winterization.
No, I had a couple that now want to wait till after Christmas.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So we all know Gliding on Twos is an MMI. And you actually have a shop. And there may be other people thinking about following along those lines. Any suggestions that you would give them?
Yeah, I think I've seen other. I think who was it? I forget his name now, but if you don't like changing tires and oil, just don't do it.
I figured you was going to lead with that from the get-go.
Yeah, I hate changing tires, but that's part of the job. So it's not all add-ons and installs and all the fun stuff.
I got a bike out in its house right now that needs some tires on it, right? Should I bring them up there to you?
Bring them on up.
I don't know if you want to do them. Is there any difference changing, going with like a 200 versus 240, 260? Any difference in installing and taking those off? Or are they pretty much the same, just bigger?
Yeah, where it gets to where I don't like it is when they have the real hard, like the tires on my bike are the American Elites, and they have a really, really hard sidewall, and it just makes it a pain in the ass to change them. And
I always wondered about that because I know I did some research on tires one time, the difference between the Harley Davidson Dunlop and the regular Dunlop. And the only thing I could find was the Harley had an extra belt in the side, which would make the sidewall stiffer. So I always wondered if a stiffer wall helped it or hurt it, trying to, as far as going faster with the install or whatnot.
So I'm in the western part near Charleston towards the Ohio River. I'm about a mile from the Ohio River.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Tweedle. Nori there. Come on up as soon as you get done. He said he's going to come up as soon as he got done with his school.
Well, he's got to make a trip through Tennessee first, so he better stop by and say hey. DDK has a question. What part of West Virginia?
That's what I just answered. Sorry.
Oh.
Near the Ohio River.
Near the
Ohio
Ohio
River.
River.
A mile away from it.
Frogzilla. He want to bet some money on that? I can make it up there on them tires. Might slide everywhere, but I'll make it. So I actually have an intern helping me with this now. So you will see, as you just saw, a lot of clip jumps and all that. I have been privileged enough to get an intern to help make my life a little easier on this live stream. So everybody say hello to Beatrice. She's my intern, and that is her real name. Sorry, I'm not making that up. But I just want to take a second and point that out. So everybody say hey to Beatrice. Don't ask me how to spell that. I'm a horrible speller. So the last couple videos I've seen was your Sturgis trip. So how did you like that?
I loved it. I can't wait to go back. I think we're going to make it every 2 years. I think that's what we decided to do. So we are planning on 2024.
2024. So where are you at here exactly?
I'm pretty sure it's Iron Mountain Road.
I really want to get up there and go ride all those roads. It does really look like fun.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. And we only went for I think took 3 days out, and I rode back in 2 days. So we was only at Sturgis for 5 days. That's not enough time to see everything, get to do everything.
So if you was going for the whole week, would you actually go like pre-rally or split it where, you're half in the pre-rally, half during the rally, and then bounce, or would you do the whole 2 weeks?
So the way it worked out for us, we left on a Saturday, the first Saturday of the rally, and we got to Sturgis on Tuesday, and it had already cleared out a ton.
Oh,
so I don't know if that was this is my first year, so I don't know if that's normal. Like most of the content creators that I wanted to meet, they were already gone. They came up for the weekend, and then they left. I didn't think it was busy at all. There was, Iron Mountain Road was probably the first time we rode it. That was probably the only time we was in traffic. The second time, when we did Needles, it was mostly vehicle traffic, car traffic holding us up.
A lot of Sunday drivers out during the car traffic.
Yep.
God, I love having an intern, making my life perfect. So you rode, because I've seen the video, so I know what happened through that. Did you have any mishaps, breakdowns, lost luggage, forgot a toothbrush in a hotel?
No.
Anything like that?
everything went smooth. The only bad part about the ride, which I haven't told anybody that I know of, we was leaving Devil's Tower. When we was coming back, we went through a motorcycle accident that wasn't a very good one. But other than that, everything was perfect.
So, how far did you get? Did you just do the riding, or did you go to the bars? Did you go to the vendors? If somebody, let me ask it this way: if somebody hasn't been to Sturgis, like myself,
Mm-hmm.
what should be the first thing I do?
Whatever you're into. I wanted to do the riding.
Mm-hmm.
So the first 4 days, I knocked all that out that I could possibly do. And then the 5th day, we went to Sturgis. And that was the last Saturday, so it wasn't that busy. All the vendors were shutting down. So next time I'll go early to Sturgis.
So you go from Sturgis, you come back. Anything good happening through all that you'd like to share? No, I'm not hinting at nothing to anybody. I'm just asking questions here.
Not that I know of. I mean,
well, when I decided I was going to Daytona, I told Hells that I was probably going to come down there that Thursday and leave that Sunday. And then I was like, well, I need to be there at Thursday, so I'll just come Wednesday, leave Sunday. And he said, no, you got to stay till the following Wednesday because we were out West Virginia's coming in that Monday. I know that fell through, but it also fell through on me leaving Wednesday because I had to come back for emergency on that Tuesday. Do you wish you'd have made it down there?
Oh yeah, yeah. So that was work circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
My whole schedule got rearranged and vacations canceled and all that stuff. But I really, after watching everybody's videos, that I missed a good time.
Yeah, I really wish you'd have been there, and the process would have made it too. It was a blast. I had more fun at Daytona than I did at Myrtle Beach. And
well, when I went to Myrtle, it was all work. So
yeah, well, similar circumstances. Hells was working like he was then, so most of Myrtle Beach though, Miss Hellbelly was in and out, but Daytona, on the other hand, she was there the whole time, and we had lots of fun riding. And I don't think people really understand how fast they really are. So I know you've ridden with them, and you're probably gonna it's probably gonna backfire on me. What advice would you give to anybody riding with Hells on Two Wheels or Miss Hellbelly? What advice would you give them?
Well, riding in Myrtle and stuff, I was able to keep up. So I don't know if that was traffic or them. I don't know. But around here, be comfortable doing 85, 90 on the interstate.
Mm-hmm.
And on these roads around here, I just know where we're going. So I make sure to know the final destination. So if they leave my sight, because here you can only see maybe 100, 200 yards and they're around the curve and you can't see them. So, yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. So I kept up with them pretty good. I don't know if they were holding back. I didn't ask, but I kept up with them pretty good. They got about 5-10 seconds on me.
Yeah, apparently I don't know how to turn right on a closed road. I've been catching hell for that one. I don't know what that means apparently either. Half the time I couldn't see it. Crystal in the last one, she's like, "Get over." You know what this means? Get over. I'm like, calm down, Drew. What the hell? As what I didn't realize because I didn't know. So it's part of my defense, but the way they ride, they already know if you can get over. They've already looked for you. So if they tell you get over, you just go. And you don't even look. And I'd always look over my shoulder, you know. So I always got crap for that. Still get crap for it to this day. I'll probably end up breaking myself with that and still getting crap from it 10 years from now.
You have to be comfortable with who you're riding with. That's a hard habit to break too, because if you ride by yourself all the time, you're just used to it.
Well, it looks like my intern's wanting to pop up a video. So if you are, go ahead and pop it up because I have a feeling I know exactly what it is. Yeah. Yep, here it comes.
You not see me pointing?
Yeah.
Let me get the fuck over.
I was waiting for you to go. I went behind me when you pointed your finger.
She is a badass. And
yeah. When we were going through, I don't know if you all have done Highway 60 in West Virginia. If anybody's done that, it's the Talon. It's a curvy road, and they were nose to tail the whole way, just flying. I was scraping, trying to keep up, and I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, they are really awesome riders, and for the amount of time that she's been riding, she's more experienced than a lot of 30-year riders.
Right.
And I give her every bit of credit for that because, I mean, I thought I was fast and could really ride good. And then the more I ride with them, the worse I realize, you know, yeah, I might be fine solo and can hold my own, but yeah, no. Apparently we have another video. Is this where you're going to get left?
Nah, not
or
here.
Dragging pegs.
This is me just keeping up with her. But when I was riding with him, I figured for 90% of that ride, I thought if their bike can do it, so can I. So I just went.
Yep.
It wasn't really until my bike, I was on the inside lane going left around a left turn, and my bike hopped all the way over to the white line on the other side of the lane.
Oof.
I don't know if it was something I did, if it was my bike. I don't know.
I bet it woke you up real quick, though, didn't it?
Yeah, that's where I lost them.
Noggin says they will have to keep up with him. Do you know who Moto Noggin is?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know him, but.
Okay, well, you know he has a Sportster S, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it's the best Harley Davidson ever made and the fastest Harley Davidson ever made. Well, the challenge was thrown down. It was accepted. At Daytona Spring Rally, Hell's on Two Wheels versus Moto Noggin. The winner, and this is the best part that I love, if Hell's on Two Wheels wins, he gets to take the Sportster S to what's the name of that freaking bar? I went to it. Iron Horse. And pull it in the burnout box and do a burnout. But if Noggin wins, Noggin gets to keep Hell's on Two Wheels as saddlebags. So this is going to be a video that I want to get several other creators out there so we can get a bunch of footage, compile it, and upload it. Because whichever one of them loses, they made the bet. They got to honor it.
Well,
So if
I
you
got
can
my
make it for
money.
Daytona in the spring rally, you need to swing by and follow me down.
So that is the plan.
Oh, sweet.
I want to get down to the spring rally and then try to make one more next year. I haven't picked which one.
So I did see a gliding on twos question that I don't think we got to.
Yeah, I saw it. It was the worst. Yeah,
Yeah,
worst
that one.
thing and the best thing. So the worst thing was on the anniversary edition Softail. Had a leaking oil hose on the back of the oil pan. I don't know if anybody has ever taken one of those off. So it wraps around the battery, and it's also got the wiring. All the wiring goes right to the back side of that. So you have to take the bag and the fender, or not the fender, the bag and the tire, some of the exhaust, take the battery out, undo the wiring, and unbolt the oil tank just to get that out of there to fix a 3-inch hose. I hated it, every second of it. The best thing was actually on my bike. It was I got a 2006 tour pack that I made fit and rewired to have triple play through custom dynamics to get all the lights to work and LED. And that was my favorite thing, is accomplishing that, getting it to bolt on, drilling holes, building the brackets for it, and customizing the wiring to get all the lights to work.
Cool.
That was the most satisfaction.
So
Anyway.
I see him talking about beads over weights. Beads are horrible. Better to have weights.
That started, I think, from where I hopped through the curve. They were talking about tires, I think.
Oh, because I was actually going to ask you, the beads, is that the clip-on weights that go on the spokes?
No, they go inside the tire.
Inside?
I've never used them.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah,
We never had the problem with you.
so I just use the stick-on weights. I've never had any issues with them. Never used the beads, so I don't know.
So, as far as plans for your bike, you gonna be doing anything interesting to it? Is she already built?
So I have a video that I'm working on. I shot the footage for it, and I didn't like it, so I'm going to redo the footage this weekend. So that'll be explaining all the things that I have done and what I'm going forward, what I'm working on.
Top secret. I like that.
Yep, it will be revealed at some point, maybe spring.
So, well, it has to be done by spring because Daytona's in March.
Maybe completed at Daytona.
Oh, interesting. So I'll get to see that before everybody else now.
Yep.
Sweet. So I know you've been busy with work and all that. Have you seen any of my latest upgrades that I probably shouldn't have done, but I did? Particularly being my saddlebags. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to break those bad boys in. I've been itching at the bits to get it on the bike and just take off.
Well,
Problem is, it's cold. and I don't do cold very
Cool.
well. My intern might be looking for another job here later. So,
I'll have to race you for your bags down there.
no, I'm not going to do that. I'll race you for fun, but, you know, I'm not going to throw my bags on the line. My bike's not happy. She's kind of temperamental right now. My exhaust notes changed. Hell's on two wheels. So that's because you burn all the damn carbon out of the pipes. Riding with them, my bike was a little sore afterwards. Tweedle Dee wheel race. I just won't put my bags on the line. Even though I did get a sweet deal on them, I'm not going to put those on the line. Just take off in the direction of the south. Yeah, gliding on twos, I could. I really want to. But it's going to have to be a little bit warmer out there.
It is 30 something here, 32.
Yeah, last night I walked outside to take the dog out, and we had flurries coming down. So I wasn't too happy last night.
We haven't got any of that yet.
I'm surprised. It looked like it was heading towards y'all too. So Daytona, obviously, other than seeing me and Hell's Miss Hellbilly and watching the winner of a race win, whoever that may be, I'm going to stay impartial to it. I'm not going to back one or the other. That way I can keep it fair when one wins. Is there any must-dos down in Daytona? Like, you have it done and you got to do it.
Yeah, so hang out with Nori.
Awesome, dude.
We met for a couple minutes at Myrtle, but I was working. So hang out with him. That's one. And I'm just there to see whatever, anything and everything.
Anything and everything. Yeah, I can say gliding on twos. He's one of those guys that how I want to say it. I mean, he's so cool, laid back, and chill, and so easy to get along with. You don't meet that kind of person all the time.
Right.
And when you do, you definitely want to, stay in touch and stay friends and all that. He's definitely one of the guys that anybody meets him, they want to hang out with him. He's really cool. He can ride good too. I think he can hang better with those two better than me. I'll say it that way because, yeah, I mean, I'm close. They don't never get out of eyesight. They're close.
Right.
Not as close as they want me to be, but they're still close. But I think gliding on twos, he could ride with them, be perfectly fine.
They were when I was riding with them, we was trying to do, videos and stuff. Well, with GoPros, you got to be really close. So it was,
that's one thing I've had a lot of disappointment with my GoPro because in several videos I'm close. I know how close I am, but in the GoPro it looks like I'm farther away. I'm like, that's not even right.
Right.
So, I think my intern may have a question in form of video. I'm not sure. I keep seeing some video pop up. Yes, no? Guess not. So,
let me fix this camera real quick.
Go ahead and take your time.
Maybe.
If I mess with mine, I'll be messing with it for a couple of hours. Yeah. That's one thing I've not liked about GoPro so far is how you can be a lot closer, but yet you're so far away.
Right.
Frogzilla's question. Good camera for a moto vlog.
I like
What would you recommend?
the 9. The 8's pretty good too. But I like the 9 better than I have the 7, 8, and a 9, and 9's my favorite.
I have a 7 and an 8, and I use the 8 more than the 7.
Now the 7 is I got the silver one, so you can't change batteries and stuff. That's the only bad thing about it, but it is very reliable on. It lasts longer battery wise, and the footage always looks better, even though I have identical settings. It's just I don't know, but the 9 I think I like it more because it's video wise it's just as good, but after I use or take the video, the features I have to look at my footage, screen's bigger. I can tell if it's working it easier than the 7, and it also has the where you can just hit the button and start recording, hit the button, turn it off, which the 7 you got to power it on, then hit record, and then power it off, and or mine does anyway. I can't just hit the record button and it automatically comes on and off.
Mine did. Actually, I think my batteries might be dead. I know my 8 does it. My 7, I swear on my life it does too.
My 7 don't. I've tried it.
You got the black?
No, the silver.
That might be why I got the black.
Yeah.
Tweedle D broke my other Insta360 camera. I'm sorry. That's why I always stay on the other side of the camera so I don't break it.
I will have a 360 camera before I go back to Sturgis.
I'm really wanting a 360 camera. And Gliding on Twos, aka Batman, he has some wonderful toys in his arsenal. That Insta360 camera, I mean, he runs 2 360 cameras, I think 99% of the time. The side profile is awesome.
Yeah.
The drone footage he shoots is awesome.
Yep.
360 camera or drone?
I'm going to go with 360 camera because I probably wouldn't use a drone as much as I would need to cover the cost of it to get a good one. And then
I would say it's the 360 for me.
Yeah, the 360. So when I was at Sturgis, so my mic adapter broke, so I didn't have any audio. I didn't know it broke until I think the second day at Sturgis, and I wasn't going to go find one. And then, so I had a camera on the bike handlebars, had one on the crash bars. My wife was videoing, and I think if I just had a 360, she wouldn't have to video. I wouldn't have to have so many cameras. I could just do 1, maybe 2, be done with it.
I say, what is going on? What are you doing? Yeah, I would definitely say Insta360, like old Gliding on Twos has, is really, it's in the crosshairs. I just can't bite the bullet on it yet. Because if I got a drone, let's face it, I would probably crash it into a crowd of people and get in all kinds of trouble. So, or I'd try to make it follow me and it wouldn't be able to follow me. So, I'll definitely take a 360 camera. I'm about to quit flying mine. Well, just remember, it's only illegal if you get caught. I actually think they have a size thing. There's a certain size where you don't have to have a license or nothing, but you still have to follow the rules with
probably
Dams.
sporting events and airports and
Yeah.
national parks, maybe.
It was a joke, Beatrice. Yeah, so I know dams are on that list because I was planning on doing an intro over at Norris Dam, and my buddy was going to film it. And yeah, they had a big old sign up, not allowed. So yeah, it's kind of getting a little ridiculous. 200. So I need to look for one under 249 if I do it. Well, the one I have, if you turn a fan on, it blows halfway across the room. So I don't think that's going to be adequate enough to do what I want to do. So let's see. Myrtle Beach.
Mhm.
I know you worked all that, which was good for y'all. And I still made the best of it and still had a blast. Would you go back?
Oh, yeah.
Not work, just go back for the rally.
I'd go back to hang out with buddies. I mean, there was nothing at the rally itself that I was like, oh man, I got to get back. But hanging out with friends and stuff, yeah, that's definitely go back.
Bitch is giving me crap about shady. Something shady. I said, gliding on twos. His is even shadier. So, side chat. I know y'all have some questions for We Ride West Virginia.
Tweedle's slipping on the questions.
Nah, I like trying to keep them engaged. And I know there's probably things that I may think like, oh, well, that might be common knowledge or something like that. And somebody don't know. There's no dumb questions. So ask away.
Could be some dumb answers.
Yeah. With us, you may get a dumb answer. Yes. But I know there's questions. Any takers before I go on? All right. Well, they're kind of quiet this episode for some reason. Y'all need to wake up. So, how much of the Daytona videos have you seen?
I saw the burnout of Hell's on Two Wheels with the stunt riders.
Mm-hmm.
Saw that. That's probably it.
Yeah, you've been really busy at work.
Yeah.
So, Gliding on Twos has a question.
All right.
Have you ever thought about going mobile with your shop?
No. One, I could definitely make good money because there's nobody around here that does that. And I get calls all the time. People on the interstate broke down. Well, not so much anymore, but all summer I got calls. Somebody wanting me to come work on their bike or get them back on the road or get them somewhere. But I don't do it because I work full time and I just don't have time to go out and.
Frogzilla wants to know what's the coolest mod you've done in your shop so far.
Coolest mod. I don't know what the coolest would be.
I guess anything that's not including a tire change. You're having to put a lot of thought into this one.
I've done a lot of tire changes, oil changes, 3-hole changes, transmission, clutch. The mods are really just lights that a lot of other people do. Custom dynamics, zero, stuff like that.
Evil Rick wants to know how is the weather in West Virginia, and when is it too cold to ride for you?
The weather sucks right now. We just got through all of the hurricane rain from Florida, and then it got real cold. But too cold for me would be 40s, mid 50s in the daytime if it's sunny is good. My favorite riding weather is 60s, 70s, fall, spring.
So I take it you don't use rain or heated gear.
No, I don't.
Okay. Beatrice, can you pop that question back up? Thank you, hon. What was it like to work at the rally?
It was a lot of fun, and I learned a ton, and I would do it again. We got there at 8 o'clock in the morning with bikes lined up, and we left at 9 o'clock at night. With sometimes the last straggler still there. I think I'd do 14 to 20. I mean, a lot of these ain't by myself. I had people helping me, but I would do 14 to 20 bikes a day. Some of them by myself, some of them, if a guy didn't have anything going on, he'd jump in and help and get it done. But it was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot.
What was your favorite part you installed at there? I'm assuming working at that rally.
Favorite part, so I did a lot of lights, ton of lights. My favorite part was I'd say the front suspension. Drew went through that with me, showed me some tricks and easier ways to swap out front suspension.
Yeah, he's really good.
Something I hadn't done a lot. I put a lot of lights on, a lot of rear shocks. That was just kind of business as usual. But the front suspension, I learned a good bit from him and the other guys.
I went over there to the trailer, and he had just got a whole new fork to change out. And of course, I don't know what was up with my GoPro. I hit the button. It was blinking on my side of the camera. I could watch him the whole time. We filmed the entire thing. Get out over to the bike. I actually ended it, went out to the bike, hit it again, recorded him putting it in, and then hit the button again. I hit it to end it, and for some reason, it started recording. After the whole time it was showing it was already recording, it recorded me like putting the camera down, and so I missed all of it. And it was really impressive how fast he got all that done.
Yeah. Yeah. The way those guys do it, those rallies, they got a system down.
Mm-hmm. Do you offer a local pickup, or is it all brought to you?
Depends on how far away it is, and if the guy can't get it to me, and he wants me to work on it, and he can work around me getting to him, I'll come pick it up.
Evil Rick says, might be making a run to West Virginia in the spring, early summer. Not sure. Can you change a front tire on a 97 Gold Wing trike?
Sure can.
And Nori wants to know, who's your favorite person you met at Myrtle Beach? And he also says it better be me.
It'll be that'll be Nori.
Mm-hmm. Everybody loves him. So if you ever go to a rally and you see him, walk straight up to him and you'll have the best time. All right. So I have other questions, but I don't know. I just don't feel like they're appropriate to go that far with them. So I'm trying to think of how I can reword them that you might be able to answer it.
You ask them however you want. I'll answer.
Okay, as somebody who may or may not want to work an event, say if somebody got asked and they were able to work at insert whatever company's name,
mm-hmm.
Is it worth it? Like, I mean, obviously you're going to be on your feet all day, every day for that whole rally, and miss out on a lot of stuff. Is it worth it to work an event?
For me, it was. I like working on bikes. Obviously, I like learning things. It didn't bother me to work all day. You just have to make sure it works for you. It's like I wanted to work Panama, but at the time I didn't know if I could get all the way down there. I mean, it costs money to get down there. I didn't know if it would be worth my time to make that trip. So if it works for you, it's and you like doing it, it'd be worth it.
Let's see. Evil Rick says, good to know. 1, maybe 2,000 miles left. Hate to change it before it's wore out.
Well, we'll get it changed out and we'll go for a ride.
Mine's got plenty of tread left on the sides, so I'm going to try to wear that out too. If it's not showing belts, I ain't changing it. Hello, Kelpfire. Glad you could come by.
That's
Tire
right.
changes and tours. Don't know what that question is supposed to be exactly. You understand what she's asking?
Yeah, that was where I said that I'd change his tire and then we'd go for a ride.
Ah. She threw me off on that one. Hey, we got Tiffany Renee here too. How's it going? Glad you can make it. If y'all have any questions for We Ride West Virginia, throw them in the side chat, and I'll get it. My intern will actually get them up here, and we will ask them. Track only wears out in the center of the front. Yeah, they ain't showing belts, but it slides all over the damn road. Yeah, but it makes you a better rider because you have to control the bike.
It's a controlled slide. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's control. Well, me and DDK recently went to the plateau and met with Ray Moto's wife and went on a ride. And DDK came to my house and we pulled out my driveway. I was in the front. I make my right-hand turn and I roll into the throttle, but my rear end wanted to keep turning. So I kind of got a little sideways and I was like, oops, that was not what I had planned. So I know you're coming to bike week next week, Daytona Bike Week next year. You got any other things in mind? Any events at your shop or?
No, I'd like to. There is an event in Tennessee that I'd like to make.
Yeah, I like to make that one too. It's different being on the other side of planning these things. It's a whole lot easier when you just go and enjoy something versus trying to plan it out. Tram 2023, September the 14th 15th, 16th, and 17th. Okay, let's see. Check this side chat real quick.
Process is in the house.
Yeah, hey, what's going on, Process? I know Process has answers. I got new
Questions?
stickers for you guys coming your way. Sweet. So you got your job must be taking a lot out of you because you or you just keeping everything top secret.
It's not really top secret. It's just I have a lot of content. It's the time setting down to edit it and make a film or a video. I mean, it's a lot.
So how long does it usually take you to film, or not film, but edit a video?
Ride videos, it will takes longer to edit the ride videos, but on the install videos or something like that, it takes longer to film than to edit. So a ride video will take me a couple hours, 3 hours probably. And most of that time just waiting for the video to render. And then I don't know if it might be my computer, internet, I don't know. And then filming installs and stuff, that's where, because it's easy to just do it, but then you're like, oh shit, I need to explain this. So I'll go back and I'll do it again. And it just takes forever.
My intern must be thinking like me right now. What type of video do you like creating more?
I like, a lot of the times I don't have a plan when I go for a ride. I just put on the camera and see what happens. But I like making the videos where the ride's planned out and I get to create what I'm envisioning, and that's what I like.
Process. Good Lord. That's your thing. That's your site, not mine. You're the one doing that. So Process must miss me. He's messing with me tonight. See, when I start doing a video, I've gotten to the point where I have to just walk away for a little bit. You ever get that feeling and do that? Just walk away and come back later?
Yeah. I think my last ride video that I have not put out yet, it's I started it, uploaded it, got a lot of it cut the way I want it, and I just closed it and I haven't touched it since. I didn't like the way it was going. So I'll leave that for a couple weeks and I'll go back and I might have a new idea, might have for better or for worse. And just, I don't know.
These guys are killing me in the side chat right now. Y'all gotta knock that off. Come up with some questions. Quit talking about a hand being sore and everything. DDK and Process. So, you got any new bikes you're looking at? You happy and content with the one you got?
Yep, I like the one I got. I will keep it for as long as I can. Maybe forever. Right now, I bought a four-wheeler that had a blown up motor, so I'm rebuilding the motor. And my plan is to sell the four-wheeler and see what I can buy.
Beatrice, stop flirting with Process. So, you got a four-wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you ride it?
I've never rode it. The motor was blown up. It threw a piston, threw a valve, broke a valve, and
Right into the piston.
went through the piston on the front cylinder, and 4 doors more. But yeah, that's the plan. So this weekend I'll be putting it back together. I got all the parts. So I'll be putting it back together, reinstalling it, and selling it to see what toy I could buy to play with.
So serious question before I get the raise question. Could you drop a crotch rocket motor in it? A little retrofitting, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if you weld up engine mounting brackets, but I mean, it's a Kawasaki engine. It's a 750 brute force, so it has a 2-cylinder V twin engine in it. Looks like a V twin. Probably not a V twin, but it's got the 2-cylinder. More of a beefier engine than most 4-wheelers.
So Ray's Moto of Life is asking, where do you want your channel to go in the future?
Never thought of it. I started YouTube to just have something for my kids to watch later, have something for me to watch later on. And I just I like the editing process.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing I do with my YouTube channel. I don't have any expectations. If I stay at 200 and whatever subs I have right now forever.
Well, let's see if we can get you over those 200.
I have a job that pays the bills, so I'm not looking for YouTube fame, I guess.
Let's see if we can get you over your 200 mark, wherever you're exactly at. I looked and I don't remember what it was off the top of my head, but if you're not subscribed to We Ride West Virginia, after the show, run over there and my oh, man,
That's quick, Tweedle.
Man, my intern is Beatrice is awesome. She's getting on the same wavelength and everything. I thought this was going to be a train wreck, but it's actually working out pretty well. So there's his link. Y'all run over there and give him a sub. Get him over 200. I think he's already over 200. Let's see if we can get him to hit 300. 209 right now. Frogzilla just went over there. 210. Look at that. See, now you're growing. Help you where I can, buddy. I'm a small channel, but I'm willing to help.
See, Ray's got another question.
He does. Where's it at? I don't think. Over this ordered. So I'll let you run off of that one.
I've not built anything for myself. It don't matter. I've never worked on shovel heads or pan heads. It's always been twin cams and M8s and Kawasaki's, Suzuki's. I get a lot of Jap bikes.
Lord process.
I'll see if I can't round you some up process.
Oh, you're going to have to ship them. That's probably expensive to, where's he at, Idaho? Might have to get some snow dogs, too, to deliver it. Good God. So, good Lord. I feel like a slacker tonight. Is there anything you'd like to tell the audience?
No.
No. Yeah, I
maybe
already said. I already told him I didn't get right any questions down. I've been busy today trying to do stuff and just said I can wing it.
Maybe DM process some links to go to later on after the show.
He's already locked his computer up, being on those, got all those viruses and everything. So,
Little midget porn.
yeah. He has one more question. I'd like to ask, we ride where the best place to pick up the gals?
Truck stops.
Oh, y'all are killing me. Ray says that's because I'm not on Tweedle in the process. What about those ladies at the gas station last night? Who? So, who's your favorite channels to watch? Tiffany Renee would like to know that.
So like Hell's on Two Wheels.
Yeah, he sucks.
They go everywhere. They ride all over the country. I love it.
I'm kidding.
I like Gliding on Twos. And I really liked oh shit. I like watching Baxter's Garage. There's a ton more, but those are the three top ones.
Well, I'm getting a lot in the side chat tonight.
I used to watch Maxwell a lot.
Yeah, he kind of got busy and hadn't been putting a lot of stuff out last I seen.
Yeah. And can't forget Blacktop Devil, or their new name, Life on the Blacktop. I like watching them too.
So Kelpfire asked, if money and time wasn't a factor, what would be your dream ride?
It would be that's a good one. It was the Road Glide Special, but I really like the Apex that I just saw the other day.
Beatrice, can you pull up HD Traveler? Good Lord, I'm just catching it from everywhere today.
I watch him. He just asked me what my favorite were.
Yeah, I'm not his favorite, apparently. That's all good. Process has a question.
Yes, it is. You get a lot of attention from big hairy men. That's about the only people that admire your bike.
God dang. Okay, I'm gonna let's answer Ray's question, and then I can address another question. So
No, I don't do bike nights or hauled chapters.
Zandbiker. If you think I resemble him, you ought to see my uncle. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to take that as a compliment.
I can't unsee it now.
Oh, shit. Oh, Lord. DDK's being a jerk as usual. He must not have had his Geritol today. Apex bike is badass.
Looks even better in person.
Good Lord. Right when I get ready to say something, Hold up your Mountain Dew guy. Man, they're ruthless tonight. That's all right. I love you guys. You're here watching. So, I had plenty of ideas of what I really wanted to do with the show, but I've been learning some things, time constraints with YouTube and all that. So I think what I'm going to do is let you have your time to final thought, because that's something I took with me from the weekend hangover. Lord rest its soul. And then after that, I think we might be go ahead and calling it a night after that.
All right.
So we don't self-destruct again.
So I'm going to answer this question first.
Go for
My
it.
favorite route to ride in West Virginia is I like take 60 through Hawks Nest, and you go over to Cass Railroad, and then you take, I think it's 66, and go 250 over to Seneca Rocks. I think it's 250. You go, yeah. That's my favorite route. And then takeaways is, or whatever, final thoughts. I don't know. I don't have any. After reading that side chat, I don't have nothing.
Yeah, they're kind of getting on me tonight. It's all good. I still love them. The show formerly known as. Yes, I should have announced it like that.
I will say, if anybody comes through West Virginia, send me a message. If I'm available, we'll go ride somewhere.
So before I give my final thought, I just want to give a shout out to Anchors Away Inc. Bedlam's Biker Asylum came by. Zan Biker, Tiffany Renee, Process, Kelpfire, Joey Jones.
Help you.
Yep.
About 30, 40 minutes away.
I appreciate all y'all coming by. My final thoughts is I don't think you can wing it. Always go in prepared. Sometimes if you do that, you may fail it and end up having 18 years of child support. So next week I am planning on having a guest. I'm trying to get that nailed down. I will announce that soon. Either way. And run over to We Ride West Virginia's page if you hadn't already, or you are not. Please subscribe. Check his Instagram stuff out. And if you are new to the Tweedle D show and you like what you see, can you give me a thumbs up and sub and hit that little attention getter thingy? And I guess I'll process you. I can't keep a straight face when I read Process's comments. So until next week, y'all have a good one. Be safe. And I will be live on Thanksgiving, so y'all come by.